Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and today I'll be working with Jessie Selection to do my first ever client install in my new suite. If you guys already don't know, I've recently bought this salon suite and I'll be doing one of my ambassador installs, and this is the wig I will be working with. Now, this is their 24-inch lace closure Brazilian curly wig. The curls were really soft and really nice. I stretched the hair for you guys so you guys can see the stretch on it. The only con I would say was it did have a slight smell to it, but it was nothing. Once I washed it out and stuff like that, it smelled way better. But I'm going to go ahead and bleach the knots, and I'm also going to bleach some of the hair because I wanted to do like a summer vibe. Me and my ambassador talked and we decided to do like a summer type vibe. So I'm actually going to be bleaching the hair to give it more of a honey blonde type vibe. So I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Now, my whole goal and the whole plan was to do exactly what I'm doing here. Take one curl at a time, or maybe even two, put some bleach on it, and then wrap it with foil so it could give it more of a defined look. But I was super busy. I've been super busy for the past couple of days, for the past couple of weeks, to be honest. So all I had the time to do, I actually did this 2 hours before I had to install my sis hair. So I just went ahead and took the bleach and combed through it. It's kind of like giving it a bleach bath, but I didn't want the whole hair to be blonde, so that's why I did this method instead. And then I'm gonna just take some foil, wrap it in foil, and whatever leftover bleach I had from this process, I just went ahead and used it to bleach the knots. So I set a timer for about 30 minutes and I actually left it on for about 35 minutes to be exact. And I'm just taking all the foil off, and then I'm going to be rinsing out the wig. Make sure you guys use gloves. Me, I'm just difficult and I just really don't like to use it, even though you should. But yeah, make sure you guys use gloves. I'm just going to be rinsing out all the bleach, and you want to keep rinsing until all the bleach is out. Now, as you guys can see, as I'm going through the closure, you're seeing a lot of blonde pieces and it looks really bright. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my gosh. I just realized I did not use Shimmer Light shampoo. That is so crazy. Okay, y'all, I did not use Shimmer Lights. That's so crazy to me. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, as you guys can see, a lot of the hair got bleached in the process. Well, not a lot, but some hair did get bleached. So I'm going in with my jet black hair dye and my rat tail comb, and I'm just lightly going over the hairs that got bleached to get it back to its natural color. After I let that sit for a minute, I'm going to be rinsing it out, and then I'm going in with my shampoo and conditioner. I use the shampoo and conditioner I use on my natural hair. You guys can use whatever you guys want to use. In my opinion, I feel like it's going to do the same job for the most part. So I'm just going in and I'm washing the hair, and then I'm going to be taking the conditioner, and I actually let the conditioner sit in the wig for a little bit, being that I did bleach the hair and it is curly hair, so we want to make sure all the moisture gets restored. All right, so now we're getting into the install. This is my good sis right here. Y'all make sure and follow her. I went ahead and braided her hair back, and then I'm going in with my Fit Me foundation and my concealer, and I'm just putting that in the back of the lace and also in the front. You want to make sure you get something that's as close as possible to your client's skin tone. Then I'm going to be putting some Got To Be spray on the lace just to make sure that the makeup doesn't rub off on her skin and it just stays in place. Now, I didn't use the ball cap method. If you guys want to use the ball cap method with your closure installs, that's perfectly fine, but for this install specifically, I didn't want to use the ball cap method. She did have a burn on her forehead, and I didn't want to interfere with that in any way, shape, form. So I'm just, you know, using my makeup to go over the ball cap just so you don't see it through the wig. And then I'm going to put the wig on her head and we're going to go from there. So another thing that I did was I cut off those thick white tabs that be on the side of the closure, because we want to make it look like a frontal, even though it's not a frontal, it's a closure, but we're trying to get the illusion, you feel me? So I did cut off those thick tabs, and then I'm going in right now and plucking. Like I said, I was so busy running super late, so I just went ahead and decided to pluck the wig on her head. I usually would never do this at all unless needed, if I need to do a little bit more plucking, but I usually pluck off the client's head, just, you know, just because it's better in my opinion and it's easier for me. I personally use Ghost Bond. Ghost Bond is the glue that I feel most comfortable with using, so that's the glue I've been using. I'm going in and I did about 3 to 4 layers of Ghost Bond, and I waited until each layer was not completely dried, but dried enough on the client's head before I went ahead with my next layer. And I didn't use any blow dryer or anything like that to dry or to make the glue clear in between layers, if you understand what I'm saying. I let everything air dry and naturally turn completely clear. That just works better for me. So after we finished our layers of glue and the glue turned clear, I went ahead and placed the closure where I wanted it on her head. And I'm just combing it and smoothing it into her skin. I went ahead and used a little bit of hot air just to loosen up the glue. And then I went right into the cool air and locked it in. Then we're going in with our elastic band, left that on for about 10 minutes until we took it off. And then we're going to get into the baby hairs. So right here, I'm just going and cutting off the lace. You want to be super cautious at this part because you can really mess stuff up a lot at this part, okay? So you want to just make sure and take your time. Then I'm going in with my tiny scissors and just taking off any extra lace that I feel like needs to go. So I already combed out the hairs I wanted to use for her baby hairs, and I'm just combing back all the other hair because we're going to deal with that later. And then I'm hot combing her hair down. Make sure you guys are super careful when it comes to the hot comb because you can easily burn somebody and leave a permanent scar, mark, whatever on somebody's face, and nobody wants a permanent scar mark on their face, especially when it's done by somebody else and not even their self. So I just went ahead with the elastic band, put that back on there just to make sure that stays down. And then I'm just taking some hair from the closure and covering all the other tracks with that and going in with my wax stick and making sure everything is flat. And I'm going over with my hot comb also. Okay, period. That's what we call flat. Feel me? It looks very much flat and nice. I am going to define her middle part, and we're going to get right into the baby hairs. Now, my camera kept cutting off and shutting off and dying on me, so you guys aren't going to see too much. It's going to be kind of in and out. So I am going in with the same color I used concealer and using that in the middle part. And then I'm using my Sharpie. Now, it looks like I'm coloring it for real, but I'm not. I'm just lightly going over some of the hairs that was still a little blonde. I'm cutting down her baby hairs. I'm using my tiny flat iron, curling those bad boys up. Then I'm going to be using Gorilla Snot and my Got To Be spray just to lay her baby hairs. And just a disclaimer, at the end of the video, you guys are going to see that I didn't do any middle baby hairs, but I have hair out right here in the middle. And it didn't look good to me, so I just went ahead and just took that hair out and put it back into the wig. Another thing that I did that you guys didn't see is I wet the hair with mousse. I used a little bit of water, but I feel like mousse is more efficient, so I used mousse. Guys, so this is how the hair came out. She loved it. She was doing a TikTok, but it was a few things that I did feel like I could have worked on, but it was all due to me rushing out the house, so I didn't get a chance to pluck the wig how I wanted to. I forgot my bottle of alcohol, like, you know, stuff like that. But other than that, the hair came out really cute. I'm glad she liked it. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media platforms. Comment down below what other hairstyles I should do. Make sure you guys go check out Jessie's selection, and until next time, Desi out.